having 4 kids, they come out completely different with different passions, different ideas, different needs and dreams. And I truly believe my job is to help them fulfill their own dreams, not fulfill the dream that I have for them. Quite often with business owners, they build a business to pass on to their children, have generation businesses. I never thought that way. I think that children are raised and they have their own passion, and my job as a parent is to support that passion. I came across this guy a few years ago and he was talking about his son coming into business. And I said to him, if he wasn't your son, would you hire him? And he went, no, of course not. But he is my son and I'm going to hire him and he is going to run the business. And I remember thinking, first of all, I met the son and he was miserable. He did not want to get into that industry at all. But it was this obligation that he had to follow in his father's footsteps because his father had to follow in his footsteps. My view is that having 4 kids, they come out completely different with different passions, different ideas, different needs and dreams. And I truly believe my job is to help them fulfill their own dreams, not fulfill the dream that I have for them. I have adult children. My youngest is 15, my oldest is 33. Unfortunately, they are in different states, and so I probably get to see them maybe once a month, speak to them a lot. But when we get together, it's gold. I'm so proud of my kids. They are such great humans and they are successful in their own way, not necessarily monetary, but in a way that makes them happy. And every single one of them is doing what they love. Absolutely say I wasn't always there and present for my kids because growing the business. And I'm sure I've got a long list of things that they will tell me at some point I could have done better, because that's apparently what you do to your parents when they get older. But I must have done something right because they are the best humans I could possibly have. I also think with raising children, if you can support their dreams, I think that's pretty cool. I have one son who is passionate about books and coffee. So he has this phenomenal store in Woodburn, which is really eclectic. It's really good. So we helped him get into that business. I'm a big believer in giving my children a rod and the tools to fish, not necessarily give them the fish to eat. And so we have, where we can, helped our children fulfill their passion. So the oldest one is, as I said, has got this a phenomenal bookstore in Woodburn. And my other son, who is still sort of working out his path, but is passionate about the environment and finger limes and getting into the finger lime industry, which for anyone who hasn't got into finger limes, they're an Australian native. It looks like caviar, it tastes like lemons. It is delicious. I have another son who's an incredibly successful YouTuber. He's got something called Major Kiln, so you can check that out. Please don't judge me as a parent. He does swear on it. And I have a 15-year-old who's still working out what she wants to be. So, I think you can help your children, not necessarily financially, but there with support, with advice, with encouragement. At the end of the day, I'm a firm believer that there's a level you can give too much, and there's a point where if you give too much, you take away their purpose. So, and I've seen many wealthy men and women who have given their children so much and given them an expense account and credit cards. And you find that they tend to get a bit lost. We've had a different view where our children know that once they're out of the house, they're on their own, and we'll assist them with their passions when the right thing arises. But you've got to find that really fine balance, not giving too much so they lose their purpose, but giving them enough to support. Even to a point where our kids, I had to get my own cars growing up. My parents didn't have the capabilities of supporting me financially in any way, which was fine. That was great. At least you knew everything was up to you. But even with our kids, we said, all right, we wanted to get a car that was safe. So we would say, whatever you save, we will match. So it was important that they felt like they had ownership and they had to work for things and not being given things too easily. Because I think if you give someone something too easy, then I think you're taking away their passion. If you like these videos, please subscribe, and any comments, please add in the comments, and I'll see if I can address them.